High School, all calculus students. My name is Mr. Gentz. Many of you know me from last year, so hopefully this is a nice overview, but I want to do a video syllabus this year. That might be more helpful for your parents. So I teach calculus, college trigonometry, college algebra, statistics, math for college. Taught just about everything in district math-wise for the high school other than maybe geometry. Head boys track and field coach, link crew coordinator. I've been here for a little over 10 years. Have a wife, a beautiful bride named Kelly, 3 children. They're in 9th grade, 5th grade, and 3rd grade. They are in the Owatonna School District as I live in Owatonna. And then I have a boxer named Bella. She's wonderful. Why did I become a teacher? I became a teacher because I want to invest my life into the lives of others. And it is truly an honor to be able to spend time with your child every day, side by side, going through the challenges and the joys of learning. I do not take it for granted. And I thank you so much for your support and for your trust as we go through that. So thank you. Course information. This is calculus. Albert Lee, it's 4 quarters. You get 4 quarter grades. Riverland, it's 5 college credits that you give, but what we do is we give 1 semester grade, and it's an average of the 4 quarters. And so 1 semester grade is an average of the 4 quarters. If you have questions about that, let me know, but I'll explain that well to the students. In order to get credit, you must have an average of 70% or higher. There have been rare situations where somebody maybe gets a D during the quarter, but their averages, come out to where they still get the college credit. So just something to keep in mind there. If the college credit isn't something that you're interested in, you get to January and you're like, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the 70%. It doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while somebody will say that. And, if you want to drop the college credit, make sure you reach out to Riverland and let them know. There is a drop date. It's usually by like March or something. Reach out to them and just say, you want to drop that. Talk to me first. We can maybe figure out something and help you make sure you can get that credit. But let me know if there's an issue. Supplies come every day with a notebook and a pencil, a graphing calculator. If you don't have a graphing calculator, we'll rent you one for $20. It's a good deal. Grade composition, 15% is homework and 85% is tests. How do we do homework? I don't collect homework every day. If I do, then people come back the next day and say, Mr. Gentz, I had to work last night, or I was gone at a track meet in Winona and I didn't have time to get my homework done. A lot of people have legitimate excuses. Sometimes people actually they use their phone, they take pictures of other people's homework and they submit things that aren't their own. Sometimes people go onto websites and they find answers, or they use applications like wolframalpha.com, and they're able to produce work that's not their own. So I want you to do your own homework and get the practice and be able to do it in a timely manner that works for you. I don't want you to resort to, taking work that's not your own. So it's due the day before the test. You can always go to my website and check answers. I'll give you the website. Many of you already know it, but you go to AP Calculus, and there, all of a sudden, you're going through, you see my website, you're going to have a nice calendar that shows you what we do each day. And then down here, you've got, say you're working through chapter 3.9 because, we're doing some related rate stuff, and it's really hard, and you can't figure out what you're doing. And, so I post the answer key, and I show you how to do each and every problem. Now, every once in a while, a student will say, well, Mr. Gentz, I wasn't able to start my homework because you didn't have the answer key posted. That's not the way it's supposed to work. You should be able to do the homework by looking at your notes and by working with others, and then check the answer key when you're done. If you have to look at the answer keys in order to get started, that's a really, really bad way, and it's a red flag that you need to come and get extra help or change your practices. But more and more students are doing that, and it again, as I said, is just a very bad approach. So that's my website. You can check stuff there. You also get a homework cover sheet that you can use to be able to kind of collect your work. You guys are used to seeing this, but it outlines, this is a college trigonometry one, but you can assess yourself, how well you did on the assignment, how complete you were, did you check your answers, was it in a timely manner? And that's not your grade, but that gives me an idea of how much work and effort you put in. So I know what to look for as I look at your homework and how honest you're being in your assessment. So how are you grading your homework? Graded based on completion, your independent work, and your accuracy. And most of the time, if you just do your best and you check your answers, you're getting 100% of that homework. Suppose you come to me and say, Mr. Gentz, I don't have my homework, I left it at home. Or, Mr. Gentz, I don't have my homework because I didn't do any of it because I got lazy. I don't care what the reason is. You get one oops a semester where you say, oops, Mr. Gentz, I don't have my homework right now. It's due the next day. It's due the next day. So make sure that you get that to me, okay? Want to make sure we're clear on that. Your test, you're going to be given a study guide at least 2 days before the test. You're going to be given some time in class to work on that. If you miss the day of the test, I hope you're sick, and we can work through that. And when you're feeling better, take the test. But if you know about my test and you just miss that day, I'm going to expect that you take that test the next time I see you. I actually have situations where sometimes students are here the whole day, but they just miss my class the day of the test. I'm definitely going to have you take that test the next day. Parents, if there's something going on that I need to know, a reason why your child's not prepared or something happened, email me. I can be an extremely understanding individual. But truth be told, I've been taken advantage of in this situation from time to time. So communicate with me. And if you're not fully prepared, maybe you have to take a C or a D or an F on a test and then use your retake. You get one retake a semester, and I'll give you the better two grades. And no timeline on that retake. But if you don't make up a test for like say 3 or 4 weeks, you lose your retake because that when you make it up, that does count as your retake. I'm going to have checkpoints very often, probably a few times a week. It doesn't count as a grade. It's a formative assessment. It informs you how you're doing. It informs me what you know, and we can adjust the instruction accordingly. If I put in the grade book, it doesn't count as grades, just helps your parents see where you're at. General class practices, be ready to participate. Always ask questions. There's going to be a lot of confusion, so raise our hands. If you have a question, chances are half the class has the same question. There's no food or drink or backpacks in class. If you're a person who likes to go to Caribou and get your mocha, don't bring it into class. We don't need that. Or McDonald's or I don't know, whatever you do. Anyway, keep the food, the backpacks, and drinks out of class, and stay off your cell phones. If you, as a parent, are wondering if your cell phone or if your student has an issue with their cell phone, let me know, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you if they're a cell phone addict. I would want to know if my kid was going off college and they couldn't stay off their cell phone. It's important to be, an adult-like manner and learn how to diet yourself from your cell phone from time to time. Can students have cell phones in class? Yeah, I understand that sometimes parents communicate with their kids during cell phones. I know as soon as I give a test back, sometimes kids are texting their parents. I get that, but we also know when it becomes too much. And I'll be very honest, during conferences, if you ask me, does my child have a cell phone problem? Negative behavior, I'll give warnings. We can have conversations after class. We can talk to dean of students or, the principal. We generally work things out. It's hopefully not an issue. But if you do cheat on a test, for example, you're going to result in failing that test and possibly the course. That is Riverwind's policy. So you don't need to cheat. You get one retake a semester, so you should be good to go. If you don't do well, use a retake. Finally, all students who are enrolled in AP Calculus are required to take the AP exam. You do not have to pass the AP exam in order to receive college credit. That might be an exception if you, say, are going to Harvard. They will need you to pass the AP exam. I have a large number of resources for that. We're going to spend a lot of time in class practicing for it. It's kind of the best of both worlds. You get college credit. You're also getting exposed to AP material. We hope to meet the needs of all the colleges out there that you're looking at. I'm sure you're going to do great. Can't wait for the year. Get excited for math. Thanks so much for your time.